Braude's medium-capacity laminated veneer lumber line is ideal for those wishing to start the manufacture of this product, for which demand is ever increasing. The multi-opening pressing technique gives scope to raise capacity as demand increases. Before we look at the line in action, let's run through the system in principle. The process begins with the veneers being fed to the line on a suction belt conveyor in a direction crosswise to their grain. Jointing angles are cut on each veneer by a scarfing saw. Then the veneers are taken on a suction belt conveyor, knocked onto a cross-moving belt conveyor so that their grain is parallel to the direction of travel. Veneers which are rejected after scarf sawing are ejected from the end of the conveyor. Ready prepared replacement veneers are held in a bin beneath this same conveyor. The product center butt joint veneers are also fed in at this point. A curtain coater applies glue to each veneer. An extending belt conveyor transports the veneers to the layup station. After layup, the product is pre-pressed. The pre-pressed layup is cross-cut to length and transported to the multi-opening hot press. Following hot pressing, the product is transferred to the sawing line, where it is cross-cut to the finished length and rip-sawn to the required width. The ready lumber is finally stacked and film wrapped. That's it in principle. Let's see how it works in practice. Each stack of veneer is placed on the line tight side up or tight side down according to the structure of the product. Face veneer is placed tight side up, back veneer tight side down, and core veneer either tight side up or down. When a bin under the suction belt feed conveyor is empty, it is automatically replenished. Good stocks of veneer can be held on the line to ensure its uninterrupted operation. At this stage, each veneer is fed into the line with its grain crosswise to the line. Each veneer proceeds in the correct sequence via a lateral alignment roller conveyor to the scarfing saw. A display in the saw control panel indicates the sequence. Before entering the scarfing saw, the veneer sheets are once again aligned by a dog chain system. After scarf sawing, each sheet is automatically checked for dimension and rejects are discarded later in the line. In addition to cutting the jointing edge on all veneers, the scarfing saw also applies glue to the jointing surface of each face veneer. After leaving the scarf saw, the veneers are transported by a suction belt conveyor to the end of this section of the line, where they are knocked off onto a cross-moving belt conveyor proceeding to the gluing phase. Any reject veneers are also discarded at this point. The necessary replacement is taken from a bin of ready-prepared veneers also under this section of the line. At the required interval, the product's center butt joint veneer is fed into the line also from this point. Glue is applied to the veneers by a curtain coater. The coater is programmed to omit glue from the product's surface veneer. The glued veneers are transported by a belt conveyor onto a lateral alignment conveyor and thence to the layup station. The layup is formed in sections upon a belt conveyor, and when a section is complete, it is transported into the pre-press while the layup system moves back to commence the next section. The correct pitching of the joints in the layup is ensured by the line's traveling alignment device. On the other side of the pre-press, a cross-cut saw is provided. The saw is programmed to automatically cut the set number of pieces of the required length from the pre-pressed layup. After cut-off, the layup is transferred to a 2-deck roller feed conveyor for the hot press. The press feed conveyor also acts as a buffer store for the product, ensuring the uninterrupted operation of the press. In this case, the press has 2 operational openings, but provision is made for 4 to allow for future expansion in capacity. The press operates under microprocessor control according to a pre-programmed pressure time curve. A video monitor gives an online display of all pressing data. When the press opens, a distance measuring system at each end ensures that equal lengths of product are fed into and out of the press. This ensures that where the press opening is filled by more than one section of product, no gaps are formed. The manufacturing process is continuous, which means that there is no practical limit to the length of finished product. In this case, the maximum length is about 23 meters. After transfer to the sawing line, the product is first cut to the finished length. This saw's microprocessor control allows cutting specifications to be programmed in advance. Following cross-cutting, the product moves forward for rip sawing to the required width. As sawing proceeds, more product is transferred to the sawing line. Rip sawing takes place on a gang saw. On the outfeed side of the saw, the finished lumber is received on a roller conveyor and is then stacked and transported away to the packing line.